Hey guys, it's me, Sherelle. Um, I never anticipated or had a desire to do reviews about any company. If I went into a business or anything like that and they did me wrong or I feel like it was just like totally the vibe wasn't right, I just like, okay, well, you just won't get my business no more. Period. That's just how I feel. I didn't feel like it was no need to be extra until I purchased from Drive Here. Drive Here. Drivehere. Drive Here. Is one on Conshohocken and is one on Esselstyn. Okay, so 2016, I just had got my license. Woohoo, yes. Anxious, hyped to get a new car. So I go into here and I'm like, oh, yes, they can, help me build up my credit and all of this fancy talk that they're talking or whatever like that. If you don't know no better, you'll get sold into the talk. You have to listen. Don't do what I did. So they gave me a 2004 Honda. So with the 2004 Honda, I noticed down the line that it's hesitation when I stop. My engine light on. What else? Oh, my back floors. The back of the floors is wet. It'll get wet when it rains and stuff like that. Weird. So I let them know about that, and they giving me problems as far as like changing it. So I reported them to the Better Business Bureau, and that's in fussing with the manager. They finally was like, okay, we'll go ahead and trade you in or whatever. But before they had did that trade, when I went to their service department, they had gave me a so-called rental. Oh my goodness. So when they gave me the rental, it was like a Chevy, and it seemed like it was a Chevy where they mismatched the side mirrors. It was a whole mess. When I drove off, it sounded like a ticking time bomb. It would show that I had a full tank, and then it hurry go. Oh, it was the worst, the worst. Okay, so they gave me this '08 Honda, high mileage. It really wasn't doing anything for me because I drive 60 miles to work. So I'm like, I really can't do nothing. So with my husband being a lifesaver, thanks. Um, I wound up getting another car. So he like, well, let me just take on this car and I'll deal with it for the next few years that we have it. Cool. So now as we creeping down the timeline, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're on my credit. Ugh. No, I need to get them off. Like, just for personal reason, I had to get them off my credit. Like, so I had spoke to someone. I spoke to someone in a their collection department, shall I say. When I spoke to someone in the collection department over the phone, they of course, like, I know the information how I'm giving the information over the phone is like full detail. This is what I want to do, X, Y, and Z, and blah, this. So, longer story short, I asked them, could I just turn the car over into someone else's name because it's not benefiting me. I do not drive the car. I have a different car. I have no use for the car, and I really can't do nothing with the car. So the girl just told me, okay, well, just bring some information in and it should be okay, and da 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 da. So I'm like, listen, I need to make sure because this is an hour drive that I'm taking. This is not a hop, skip, jumping in around the corner for me. This is an hour ride. You get me? And I had to work that day. So she like, yeah, it should be no problem. Longer story short. So I goes down there and they told me no. So I'm like, well, I'm not gonna just rock out with that answer because now this is 2 hours out my time for me to drive an hour here, then to drive an hour back. 2 hours total. And my time is valuable, it's precious. I could have been doing other stuff. So she was like, well, yeah, we wouldn't be able to do that. So I'm like, well, here's the thing. Now this is the second time she coming back while we face to face telling me that she couldn't do nothing. So when the first time that it was an issue, that you would think that the manager Mitchell, you would have think that he would have came out and said, well, I apologize, there's nothing we can do. Instead, he's putting his associate through all of this all of this extra stuff where it's his job to handle this. You understand me? So they send me to one department to the next department, and when we come from the other department, he finally comes out nonchalantly. Like, I already know the answer that I'm about to give you before we even get to the conference room. So that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. It kind of it's like a teaser. You understand me? So we goes in the conference room. The story is just like, well, yep, it's nothing we can do. So I'm like, well, I'm not trying to hear this because now here's the thing. It wasn't fair. It wasn't nice. It wasn't pleasant. It wasn't considerate for your associates not to have the proper information to give me before I waste my time to do all of this. It's not fair for them not to be educated and competent enough to let me know something in full details before I travel or be down here. So I'm not just going to accept what you're telling me. So my husband, they sent him to another department, and I'm thinking this whole time they assisted him with something else to see if we can escalate this. No, they was just waiting. They just was wasting time. So the guy, he had me in a room. He was just like, well, Ms. George, is that it? So I'm like, well, here's the thing. I need to know who you answer to because I need their information because I need to talk to them. So he's like, I don't answer to nobody. You don't? Okay. So I'm like, okay, well, here's a better question. What are your staff name that told me the misinformation? Legally, I don't have to tell you the information. Sir, you're getting nasty with me as if I the one that told myself just to come down here. Like, you understand me? Like, I'm going based off of what your associate told me. What you trained your associate to tell me. Like, I mean, okay, I'll calm back down. Okay, so I'm in the process of, writing the reviews and looking up information so that way I can wait for my husband. Is I'm waiting for my husband, I'm just gonna write up the stuff. Mind you, is no one inside the office, is no one outside in the lobby, is no one in the conference room. So I'm not bothering anyone. For anything, he could have stepped off and then came back in the room, like, and that's that. You understand me? So no, he just, I guess I wasn't moving fast enough for him. He didn't want me in his conference room anymore. So he peeked his head out the door and told his associates and everything to call the cops on me. Yep, I said it. He told his associate to call the cops on me. All right. So we going to get to the better part of the story. So, I mean, this was like a bad situation, like all around the board. So, just as a person, if you value your money, your hard-earned money, should I say, you value that, you will really take this message to heed. If you value your credit score, you will value the stuff that's on your credit, just take heed to this message about Drive Here. Never do business with them. Listen to me. So the 2008 Honda, right? You probably can value that at what, $200, $300 or so like that. Okay, but so for me paying everything, I have about $8,243 left to pay off. Okay, so I know, Sherelle, what were you thinking? I was dumb. I was dumb. I was dumb. Okay. Like, I was dumb. So it's definitely an upside down deal that I sold myself into. I get it. I was stupid. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, what the hell was I thinking? All right. So, I mean, even with me, signing the paper on signing the dotted line. I get it. I can somewhat deal with that, but is their service that's just like ass. Like, they're rude, arrogant, nonchalant, ignorant, like all of the above. Like, I will never do service with them, and it's crazy. But like, no, on a more serious note, like, if don't put yourself in a situation like I did. Do not do business with Drive Here. Be careful with what you get excited about. Every deal that sound like a deal is not a deal. Like, when you now, so with Drive Here, to show that I'm not fibbing, or being extra about anything, you can actually go on Google and look up their reviews. You can go on Facebook, look up their reviews, and you will see that it's not just me being extra. For both locations, you will actually see their reviews. And I mean, it's not just about having a used car. You can have a used car that lasts you a good amount of time. You understand? It's the simple fact how they do highway robbery all day long. They sell you a lemon, and it's just like basically stealing your money blindfolded. Period. If I knew then what I know now, I would have never did it. Drive here with me, like, you know, being like this being the first time I had a car and everything like that, I would never recommend a service to anyone. And if you can, like, you let your mom, your aunt, your uncle, your stepdaddy, your stepmammy, I mean, Uncle Lou, Uncle Sal, I mean, the cat, the dog, even a frog, let them know. Do not do business with Drive Here. Do not do business with Drive. Listen. It would mean a lot. They don't even have to take the stinking car back. You understand me? I'll just pay the bread off. Like, I will pay it off. Whatever. This is not what this message is for. This message is to warn everybody about this place. Do not do business with them. It just mean a lot to me for this message just to get out. Like, they business should not be a business. It should not be a business. Like, how, like this, if you value your sanity, do not do business with Drive Here. If you don't regret it a day, a month, a year later, you will regret it. I don't care how long it's gonna take, but you will regret it. Do not do business with Drive Here. Please. Do not do business with Drive Here. Do not do business with Drive Here. Like, please, I beg you. I'm begging you to never do it. I already know better. I know better. I know what I did wrong. But for the next person that's thinking about going in their pockets and just giving it to Drive, do not do it. If you're thinking about giving them your social 00124, do not do it. Do not do business with Drive Here. If you hear this message and still go to purchase a car from Drive Here, to the dummy you are. To the dummy you are. Please do not do business with Drive Here. Like, in all seriousness, and I don't even know how serious I can be. And I don't even know how, like, I don't even know if you don't get it from this message. I don't know which message you would get. I don't know if I have to have somebody, you know, on this joint or singing on this joint, or I don't even know if I have to put Beyonce right here to let you know. Do not do business with Drive Here. Like, I don't need, listen, if I had, like, I don't know what I need right now. I don't know what I need right now. Like, do I gotta write a message? Something like, listen, I ain't even about to do all of it. Just don't do business with Drive Here, please. Please do not do business with them. Drive Here is on Essendon, is on Conshohocken. Do not do business with them, please. I'm really begging you, don't do business with them. And I can really care less. I don't really care about you guys' credit. Well, I'm not gonna say it like that, but I mean, you get what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't even have to be on here making a public service announcement because I know better. But as I learned the lesson, and I'm trying to give you the lesson, please take heed. Do not do business with Drive Here. Thank you for at least taking the time out to listen to my public service announcement.